We're here at Sissinghurst to install the first of an evolving botanical installation that will run throughout the winter months. It might not seem the obvious time to visit, but in the gloaming, England's most romantic garden is hauntingly beautiful. Sissinghurst was the home of the English poet and author Vita Sackville-West and her husband Harold Nicholson, who came here in the 1930s. As flower growers and arrangers, we have been visiting for creative inspiration for many years, and there is always so much to see. In November, the garden shrugs on a low mist at dawn and dusk. The fiery autumnal finale of trees and shrubs provide an evocative backdrop to daubs of colour in the borders. It has a certain poetic beauty that seems especially poignant as the plants begin their slow collapse into winter. As the bare bones come into view, this is a time to appreciate the structure and silhouettes after the froth of the summer. We're working closely with the team to select ingredients, using materials from the garden to bring the outdoors in. These cherry trees were scheduled to be felled due to disease, and we take the first to use for height and impact in the design, dividing these into multiple branches and leaving one long central trunk.
So this bit and that bit, so this whole arm.
Roses are synonymous with Sissinghurst. Vita planted over 300 varieties, and one of our favourite parts of the garden is the orchard, where ramblers scramble up through the gnarly branches of old fruit trees. The garden team are busy pruning, and we take a selection of exquisite arching canes smothered with hips. One variety, Wickwa, has a white single-petalled flower in summer, succeeded by orange-yellow hips. John and Joe wrangle these thorny canes up to the tower for us to use. The leaves of the prunus are flickering with autumnal colours, green, gold and flaming reds. This cherry flowers in winter, and the tiny pale blossoms are beginning to open. I love using rose canes. They have long, malleable stems that can be trained into looping, curving shapes, and elegant glossy leaves. Once the main structure is in place, we begin dressing and filling with the lighter materials. Scratchy hornbeam branches with crispy leaves, bundles of dried Queen Anne's lace harvested during the summer months, and golden eryngium, also known as Miss Wilmot's ghost. Using prunings is a great feeling because you're utilising offcuts that benefit the plant and help it to remain healthy. But we also love to use plants in all phases of their life cycle, when they're in bud, flower and fruit, when their foliage is going over and they're setting seed. From now until early December, the displays will welcome guests at the entrance gate and decorate the archway under Vita's writing tower. They're intended to invite you to enjoy the garden and to be present at this juncture in the year as autumn gives way to winter. In December, we'll be evolving the design with fresh, fragrant evergreens and intricate seed heads harvested and carefully dried indoors by the garden team. We very much hope you can come and visit.